Today, we're going to cover 3 practices to help you establish your home within the realm of resiliency. Resiliency happens throughout life. We all go through transitions. We go through the natural transitions of birth, old age, sickness, and death. We go through those transitions in our loved ones, when a child is born, when someone gets ill, when someone gets married, when someone might get divorced, when someone moves away, when someone starts a new job, when a pet dies, when a pandemic happens, when we are faced with the continual transitions in life. We must build this muscle of resiliency. It is not a one-hit wonder. It's not a one-time, whoop, that past was hard, whoop, shut the door on it, yep, I'm ready to roll. It just doesn't work that way. So the good news is the more familiar we get with the realm of resiliency, the more we can go there as needed, decorate it, if you will, and know that this is a place we can come back to, and then we go out into the world, and then we may come back to it in a very fluid, flowing, graceful manner. I'm becoming more and more convinced that life is more cyclical and more of a flow and like this giant Venn diagram of intersecting circles and life experiences, and less of a linear trajectory. I think this is the old patriarchal view of we start here and we get to here, or we start here and we get this power and then we lord over other people. The old tower of power, the old paradigm is shifting. We're shifting that drift. It's falling. That's the part of the cultural revolution that I'm standing on as we march toward gladness, march for gladness, march in gladness. It is power with. It is co-creation. It is inviting the other into me. See my woundedness, see my vulnerability, see my tender heart of sadness, and know that I am me and we are so similar. That there is a connection here, a bond here, a sense of solidarity as we are developing our sovereignty. It is the big both and. We each step into our own personal power, get empowered, and reclaim that in order to lift each other up and create a regenerative society. So, what are the specific practices around resilience? We did a couple of them earlier. Dropping the rock from the heart. I really want you to practice that. Boom. And I'm really letting my hand go. I sometimes do this when I go to the beach. I'll pick up a rock that is about heart-shaped, heart-sized, not the Hallmark heart, but I guess our hearts are about as big as a fist. Bring it here. Boom. Release. Then if it just doesn't go away, if it's not just a minor irritation and it's something that really triggers me or triggers a traumatic response in a hypersensitive, hyper-alert, hyper-arousal way, I really lean into it and I feel it to heal it. And in doing so, I invite you to join me in shaking. Just shake. Because there's an inherent wisdom in giving our issues a way out. Our issues get lodged in our tissues, and the motion is the lotion. So this experience of having practices in the realm of resilience is about movement. Shift the drift. It can be a mental construct, but what if we actually do it? So go for it. Sound effects are welcome. Shake. And we're doing this for a good bit of time. Shake. Release. Weave in a breath. We're going to layer in lion's breath. Stick the tongue out. Exhale wildly. Return to stillness. Feel the shift. Feel the aliveness. Feel the energy. Bring it to wherever you most need it. I have a niggly wiggly little headache trying to come on. I'm going to bring some TLC there. Whew. release. And I invite you to gently bring your right hand to your left shoulder and look over. And look beyond, look behind you and say, I am safe. Opposite hand to the opposite shoulder. Look behind you and say, I am safe. We are rewiring our nervous system here, folks. We are stepping into command central of our nervous system. We are calming ourselves down in stressful situations. Again, I am safe. Invite in a luxurious hum in the in-between as you're switching sides. I am safe. Humming activates the vagal tone to calm down the nervous system. Now we're going to come into knocking on heaven's door. Can't see my whole body. That's okay. I have a gentle bend in my knees, and my arms are swinging from side to side. Hello, plant. And as we're swinging, I'm kind of slapping my thighs and my buttocks, waking up. This is a great way to do a basic cleanse on a daily basis, which is a twist to detox from the previous day's events, to wring out the nervous system. You're going to keep twisting. I'm coming closer to the camera again. Twisting, twisting. If you feel comfortable, you can bring your hands up and tap your just below your collarbone, and the other hand is bent and hitting the adrenals. I don't think you can see it, and that's okay. Reach out to me if you have specific questions. This is optional. This is bringing a very healing point, acupressure point, and stimulating additional healing. Or you can simply go back, knocking on heaven's door. They're both fantastic practices. You'll notice I'm keeping my head in alignment with the spine, letting the head turn with each rotation. Gently coming back and settling. We are feeling it to heal it. The next practice I invite you to consider is one that you will do tomorrow morning. I've made mention of this before, but upon awakening, I invite you to smile before your feet kiss the earth, before your feet hit the floor, before you get out of bed. Smile upon awakening. What this does, dear one, is it sets up a whole neurochemical cascade of feel-good hormones in your whole body. You are stepping into command central and activating some good stuff. Smile upon awakening. With that, I invite us to do a little bit of laughter yoga. We have a little more time on the clock, and I'm going to weave this one in. Bring yourself into a loving, joyful, glad stance. We're marching for gladness here. So, ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Follow this clapping pattern. Bring in the breath. Ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And if that doesn't get you laughing, I'm going to give you a visual. I borrowed this from laughter yoga. This is what has been done in India for many, many moons, where before people go into the factory, they would do some laughter yoga. It would increase productivity, decrease sick days, increase job satisfaction. And then we have laughter yoga happening in hospitals and treatment centers around the world to help activate those chemicals within you to stimulate a healing response. So here's the visual. Imagine you got a lid on your brain and you're going to take it out. Remind me to teach you flip the lid later. That's another exercise. We're going to take the brain out And you're going to bring it around, whoop, right on your hand. Hello, brain. How are you? And you realize that brain hasn't been flossed lately. And you know it has all those crevices. The whole little region in there needs some cleaning out. So we're going to imagine we can floss. So the brain now has this mysterious ability to float. Okay, you're going to float. I'm going to move my hand. And you're going to take your floss. And you're going to floss that brain and floss the brain and floss the brain. Oh yes, we are flossing the brain. My goodness. Bring the brain back. Whoop. And a little more laughter. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Because here's the trick. The brain doesn't know if it's genuinely funny or not, but the act of laughing releases the good stuff. You matter. Your relationships matter. Mahalo nui loa.